Romeo Lima, upwind 36, departing to the north. Changing frequency to Dublin information, 118.5. Dublin information, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, Dublin, go ahead.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, just overhead Greystones, 1500, requesting opening of flight plan towards Weston.
Okay, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, stand by, I'll see if there's a planned assistant there.
Roger, stand by, Oscar Mike, India Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, have a squawk 0403.
Squawk 0403, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
And just tell me your routing again, please.
It will be from Brayhead towards Pigeon Tower, following River Liffey, then to Weston over Palmerstown. Oscar Mike, India Lima.
Okay, that's copied. You can start routing northbound now. Let the tower know you're on the way.
Roger that, routing north, Oscar Mike, India Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima for zone entry. Contact Dublin Tower 118.6 by now.
118.6, zone entry approved, Oscar Mike, India Lima. Dublin Tower, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, Dublin Tower. Good afternoon, reporting position and altitude.
Overhead Greystones 1700, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, roger, enter control zone via Bray, not above 2,000 feet on QNH 1015.
QNH 1015, overhead Bray, not above 2,000 feet, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, that's correct. Now from Bray, route via Pigeon House Chimneys, follow the River Liffey, staying south of the river, to the Palmerston roundabout, a VFR reporting point for Weston airspace.
Copy that, Bray, Pigeon Tower, south of River Liffey, not up 2,000 feet, Palmerstown, then Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, I affirm report when you're starting to follow the River Liffey close to the Pigeon House Chimneys.
Roger that, we'll go, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Roger, November 982 Charlie Delta from Pigeon House Chimney south towards Killiney, that's the Killiney NDB and on the Killiney Hill, and report approaching it. Now you have traffic coming your way, light aircraft entering control zone from the south via Killiney, tracking towards Pigeon House Chimneys to Weston. They just entered the control zone on the south border, also not above 2,000 feet.
I'll look out for traffic, Charlie Delta.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, traffic and SR22 just passing Pigeon House Chimneys, approved not above 2,000 feet, currently 1,500. Now turning to track south towards you, report when you have them in sight.
Roger traffic, I have traffic in sight, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Confirm you have them in sight?
Roger, he's on my 11 o'clock, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Thank you, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima. Report when you have the Palmerston roundabout in sight. That is your clearance limit. No further west without Weston Tower approval.
Roger, not up to Palmerston roundabout, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
November 982 Charlie Delta, traffic has you in there, 11 o'clock. They look to be the same altitude as you are, 1,500 feet.
2 Charlie Delta, still no visual on traffic, but I'll keep looking.
Oscar Romeo Lima climbing 1,900.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, confirm you're still visual with the SR22.
Lost the visual of SR22, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Roger, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, you are approved not above 2,000. I see you're now 1,900 and the other traffic is now 1,500.
The traffic, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
November 982 Charlie Delta, traffic should be at your 12 o'clock at now 2,000 feet.
Looking for traffic, 2 Charlie Delta.
Back to visual with SR22, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Roger. November 982 Charlie Delta, traffic is your now 12 o'clock, slightly now 11 o'clock at 1,800 feet.
Still no visual on traffic, 2 Charlie Delta.
They're less than a mile from you now, half a mile at your 10 o'clock.
I got him in sight, 2 Charlie Delta.
Good stuff. November 982 Charlie Delta, report reaching the control zone boundary.
We'll go, 2 Charlie Delta.
Oscar Mike, India Lima, Pigeon Tower, 1600.
Roger, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, report visual with the Palmerston roundabout, no further west. That is your clearance limit.
Roger, reporting Palmerston, once visual, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima. Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima, visual with Palmerston roundabout, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, right, that is your clearance limit, no further west without approval from Weston, contact Weston Tower 122.4. Bye-bye.
Roger, 112.4, bye, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
122.4.
Correction, 122.4, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima.
Affirm. Bye-bye.
Bye. Weston Tower, Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, Palmerston roundabout 1700.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, Weston Tower, QNH 1015. Next report, left base, runway 25, number 2.
Left base 125, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, number 2.
Roger, number 2, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima, looking out.
Oscar Mike, India Romeo Lima, surface wind 280 degrees, 11 knots, runway 25, cleared land.
Clear to land, runway 25, Oscar Mike, Romeo Lima.